All right, so okay, let me take care of myself. A good thumbnail, nice. I'm gonna sit down. Listen, if you clicked on this video, you're probably eating something or just want to waste time. I don't know. What I know is that you're probably, yeah, you probably want to chill some a little bit, and this is not an edited video, hyper, whatever. So you can relax, bro. You know, I'm your friend. I'm your older brother. Maybe older. I don't know. Maybe younger. And in general, if you could document my journey anyway. So today is day 253. Already crossed over 250 days of vlogging every single day until we hit $1 million. So the current game plan, the current phase in which we are right now in a life, I would say, a little complex to explain, honestly, because there's like multiple game plans running at the same time, and I'm not sure which one of them I'm gonna pick eventually. The general game plan, I think that which you can to a certain degree like control. If you watched the previous video, I changed the title. I said a new phase in my life, because to a certain degree that video was an introduction to a new phase in my life where, you know, right now I'm working in a day job right now, not 9 to 5, more 9 to 3, I would say. Like usually I came back home at like 3 p.m. Morning schedule, so making like close to $6 a day, alhamdulillah, thank God. We're working just a half of the day, and I'm making close to like $10 if I work the until like 5 to 6 p.m. But it happens not that frequently. The guy I work with is the owner of the studio and my close friend, you can say. He became my close friend after, I think, 2 weeks or something I've been working in this place. And if he's gonna be paying me all the money, like, the thing is, like, if he theoretically can employ me full time, but the problem is that then he has to pay more, right? And he's a student. He's not a super rich business owner who's like 30-year-old man. And in order, if he's gonna stay in that place by himself, he can pay me less. And yeah, I mean, in that case, he's gonna take more money to himself. And as a student, that's what I think want in general. Like, he's not a 1% guy, I would say. I think, I mean, he's into trading, but I think it's more of like because of the desire to make money, not because of a desire to just change the world and change yourself and become 1%. Anyway, so the new phase in our life is when we are in college and we had a day job. Not have a day job. Today I received a message from my college saying me that my studies are gonna begin in the 7th of October 2024, and are gonna be until the 18th of October, so about like 10 days or something like that in the month of October. And they didn't tell me when the classes are gonna be from to then, like, times, like, I think it's gonna be morning. It should be morning. Yeah, like something like that. I mean, I didn't want to get into college. If you watch my previous videos, the game plan was to fail the exam. But when I get into the exam, I saw these questions, and I was like, just curious. I know the answer to this question. What if I mark the right answer? I don't think I will still get accepted even though I marked the right answer, because I did not prepare for exam. I did not do anything to get into college. I did not do anything. Like, answered maybe, so there were 60 questions, I answered 30, maybe, like, 20, 25, you know what I mean, like, out of 60 questions. And I got accepted to one of the most prestigious, because it's economy, like economy is a field where the money is like, flowing and all around, and banking system and all this stuff, and bankers make a lot of money and all this stuff, right? I got accepted to one of the prestigious colleges in my town, like in my city, to the College of Economy, basically. They in here we call it Institute of Economy. And my game plan is to get a coding job as soon as I humanly possibly I can, and try to convince the relatives and my mom. I'm saying relatives because I live in Asia, and in this Asian culture, you can't just, like in America, just do things by yourself, and it just doesn't work this way here. You you better convince, at least try to convince the other people, or at least let them know. And like, trust me, you can just go ahead and just do things by yourself. You can, but it's gonna have a lot of consequences, which I think a lot of people are not willing to take care, because like, I personally don't really want to go through some kind of like trauma just to like, yeah, I mean, just because of a certain decision. If it's a good decision, then parents are not that evil people. They're not, who are not gonna let you do certain thing. If it's a genuinely good thing, you know what I mean. But sometimes when you wanna take another path, for example, when it comes to college, I get into economics, not even tech, and I wanna drop out. Genuinely wanna drop out. And I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I just have no idea. Like, I just, yeah, I mean, I think the only game plan which I have in my mind for now is to work on this day job, maybe change it to a higher paying one if I will, and I think I do. And it's all, all this day job thing is gonna be until I'm gonna get accepted to a coding job. Maybe remote somewhere in Europe or Russia. Uh, yeah, I mean, Russia for me is like, okay, Europe, I don't care. Asia, I don't care. Maybe remote somewhere outside of my country, or it would be even better if it's gonna be on site in my local country. I know I'm gonna get paid less. I know. But I have a complicated mom. For me, it's complicated, but when I say it to my co-founder, he's like, trust me, every mom is like that. Yeah, if it's gonna be a remote job, I don't have any office to sit in. I don't even have my own private room. Like, I mean, I'm sitting in the living room right now on my desk. So it would be better for a personal, like work area, workspace, if I'm gonna get a job on site. Yeah, yeah. I mean, something like that. Like, I think that's the game plan which I have for now. Like, I wanna drop out of college, and in order to make this thing happen, I can, it's not something which is gonna happen quickly. People get into their first ever tech job in there are some cases when people have succeeded in a couple of months, and there are some cases when people have succeeded, and it took them a year or two, and there's nothing like really bad or wrong about it. Just matter of time. Like, I don't it it's possible. It's just, like how hard you're willing to make this thing happen. um it's like in a business. It's just easier, just easier to get a tech job than build a successful business. Yeah, man. The new phase in my life. Okay, getting back to the business thing, I talked about my personal life, I know. But you might be wondering, well, Sanjar, I mean, all this job thing is so depressing. Like, you have a day job right now, which is paying $150 a month. Then you're gonna get a little higher paying job, but still it's a freaking job. Then you wanna get a coding job. And then only something which kinda a little inspires me, which is dropping out of college, is gonna happen. Is it this dark? Not really, I would say, because okay, there is one thing. I'm already working on my agency's website. We finished the design. I'm gonna hope that after recording this video, I'm gonna record one coding vlog to get a coding job. Shut up. Um, I'm gonna start working on the agency's website. Right now, this website is offline, so don't try to visit it. Um, yeah, I'm gonna start working on it, and God will, in 5 to 10 days, I'm gonna complete it. So something bright, something good, right? And my co-founder is working on the uh, offer. I would say like the offer creation, right? I already like his ideas, and he has even paid close to $6, getting feedback from. I know it might sound like gurus from the internet, but these people actually helped us out. Actually, one of them only, for just $6. Uh, yeah, I'm not gonna get into this thing. It's more about him. He has his own YouTube channel, and I think he's gonna explain it a little better. But what I know is that for next 5 to 10 days, I'm working on the website. He's working on the offer and mechanism. Okay, I don't want to use this Shakespearean English, but the offer and the, how to say that, shish. Okay, I can't find the right word to say. Productized service. I think that's the right word. Yeah, because our website is a product. Like you just buy it once usually, and just that's it. And we want to find a way out how we can charge a subscription. So he's working on this thing. Okay, I hope you understand it. It might look like something I'm working on is a lot easier than what he's working on, but it's only in the front what you see. It's what I'm doing right now is simpler, I would say, but not easier. What he's doing is harder to understand, but again, like probably same amount of complexity. It's like building a website. Someone has to do it, okay? Someone has to do it. Yeah, that it doesn't matter if it's easier, it doesn't matter if it's harder. Someone has to do it, and I respect it. Okay, shut up. Yeah. I sometimes I like freak out a little bit because I know that people who I like and know are gonna be watching these videos, like my friends, sometimes like my mom, and especially my co-founder, they're gonna be watching these videos, and I kind of don't like this pressure of like that I can't say anything I want, you know. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Not necessarily. I don't know. Anyway, that's the bright things. So that's the good news, I would say, and we're just gonna keep rolling this ball. I know it's a slow progress, but it's better than nothing. And um, I I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know the future. I don't know what is gonna happen in the next couple of days, couple of months. I don't know, brother. I might get this tech job thing in a couple of weeks instead of months, and I can drop out until the end of this year, and it would be so good, inshallah. My parents already paid the college tuition somehow. I think they I think they get into debt. I think they get into debt because they're not rich people, and finding like $600, $500 just all of a sudden from nowhere, in the middle of September, you know, their salary is usually in the beginning of the months or end of the months. And it's middle of September right now. They probably asked money from someone else, and I guess I'm gonna drop out of college and I'm gonna work on this coding job, and I'm gonna pay back what they have spent. You know, don't ever think that, oh, my parents were, spending money. You have to pay back. Do you understand it? Like, I'm in college because my parents made me blah, 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 blah. But you have to pay them back this debt which they get into. Because guess what? They get into debt because of you. So it's never a joke. It's never like, don't take it like easy, you know what I mean? It's a freaking serious issue. I know it's a mindset, belief system, and all this stuff, but after you're gonna graduate, they're gonna expect you to go to job and pay them back. You know what I mean? That's not a joke, You don't wanna, it's not like 4 year just, I'm gonna take it just 4 years and then I'm gonna be free. No, you're not gonna be free. They're gonna expect you to pay them back, and if you're not gonna go through this stress right now, then you have to go through this stress, like 4 years later, and that's the same amount of stress, but just older parents and older you, who like wanna make a family, and like I guess older you wants to get married, and yeah, I mean you better. I know it sucks, and I don't wanna teaching you like here from the top, like be a man, like bro. Watch I think day 214, bro. I was sitting in like, okay, I don't know how it's called in English, but I was talking to cameras with something sticking to my throat, like here, because I wanted to cry so bad, and it was so hard to accept what is going on in my life. Like my mom, debates with her, and like I have to go to college. Okay, shit. Now she's making me go and get a job because guess what? She can't pay the college bills, and she's expecting me to go get a day job so that I can pay the college fees by myself and all this shit, and like accepting these things, and like trying to go against the things and debates, and all these tears and all the screams were so hard to take, that even though you're a man, even though you know that these things supposed to happen in your life and you're gonna get through this, and blah 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 blah, all this mindset stuff, it's still very hard to go through. And I'm not trying to like, yes it is, okay. I went through this. If you are about to go through this, then I don't know, patience, because I went through this thing, and now my mom was like fine. Like I think she just kind of accepted the fact that I hate the college and I can drop out of college anytime I want. Not like anytime I want, but I hate the college, and if I hate the college, I'm not gonna study until the end of college. Like, especially if I have to pay. I was going to school, okay. I mean, like, I'm made to go to school, and it's free. But college, no man. Especially, I don't see any value in this thing. I kind of hate the image which is students studying in college has of this poor guy working as a waiter in some kind of restaurant. I'm not that guy. I'm not gonna be taking that. So it took me a little longer today to explain me my mindset and the game plan for next couple of, I mean, this game plan is very flexible, brother. Like, I don't wanna I'm not willing to stick to this thing. It's just like, you know, a painter draws like a frame of what he's gonna be drawing, like, you know, sketch, you know, sketches of what he's willing to draw. And I think my sketch of my life for next couple of months is like something similar to this. I'm just gonna keep going to this day job until I'm gonna find a better paying day job on the side while building my YouTube, my business, maybe going to college because I didn't drop out of college yet. And I'm gonna get a tech job, and after getting a tech job, maybe I'm gonna take some time to, like, you know, settle in. Then I will try to convince my mom first, then my relatives to drop out. Then my life is gonna be just my coding job and my business. And from there on, I think we can focus more on business and then even quit the job. And then we're gonna become the successful young man entrepreneur in his 20s. It might happen anytime. We're working on the systems, we're working on the business. It might, bro, we might land a client tomorrow. You never know. You never know. You never know who's gonna reach out to you on an Instagram yesterday. It might be no one, it might be someone, and it might be a client. That's enough for today. Peace out.